Hello my friends, my name is Max and today we're going to do something fun. We're gonna use this Brother Nahrden miniature from Warhammer Heroes to kitbash a Headtaker Veteran from Kill Team Toon World. These miniatures are similar enough and I anticipate not a lot of issues, but before we begin, if you like my content and if you want to support me, please press that like button and subscribe to the channel. And without any further ado, let's start building the pal. We're gonna follow the instructions from the Brother Nahrden, and we're gonna sprinkle some Deathwatch bits here and there. Let's start with the torso itself. We're gonna skip the head part because I decided to go with another head, but the torso is gonna be almost unchanged. These are my torso bits. I had to cut the pins. You will see almost no pins here. And I had to cut off his shoulder. The thing is that he has a shoulder connected to his torso and I'm gonna replace it with something else. Unfortunately, I was too eager and cut a little bit too much, but we will hide it under the shoulder pad. Anyways, we are supposed to combine these two bits like this, and let's glue them. And that is our torso so far. Now we're missing the right leg, bit number 5. This is my right leg, bit 5. It was supposed to be used with a pin, but we will skip the pin part and just glue it like this. And this is our pal with both of his legs. Very, very good. And that is the moment when we switch to the Deathwatch Veterans kits, because we are done with the original Brother Nahrden part, so almost done. We will still use a base for him from the original kits. Next, let's attach the arms. We're gonna use these two arms, bit 79 and 80. Let's start with the right arm, 79. This is my bit 79, the right arm. It is supposed to be sitting here, along these lines, and I am going to glue it. I think we're gonna have it in this kind of position, looking good. And now let's attach the left arm, bit 80. This is my left arm with a smaller dagger, and it should be assembled roughly like this. Let's glue it too. And these are both of my arms in place, looking fairly cool. Now let's build the backpack. We would need bit 81. Luckily for us, we have a spare from Kill Team Toon World. This is my bit 81. It has a very cool camera. Just to accommodate for that, I had to remove this pin, and I'm gonna glue it directly. And that is our battle brother with the backpack attached to his back, looking nice. Next, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna add the pauldrons. I couldn't find a small pauldron with Dark Angels symbology, and that is why I'm gonna use a larger one. I personally like these pauldrons. They are really cool. This is from Dark Angels Upgrade Sprue, by the way. You can see it. This is a Phobos armor pauldron. Normally it should be sitting on his left shoulder, and on the right shoulder it should be smaller. I myself really like these ones. That is why I will put this one on the right shoulder too. And of course the left shoulder will be a Deathwatch pauldron. I'm gonna glue it directly. And that is my right pauldron in place. Yet again, keep in mind, normally it should be smaller. Now let's add a Deathwatch pauldron. I ran out of all Deathwatch pauldrons from this kit, and that is why I will have to use one from the Deathwatch Upgrade Sprue. The only thing that I did to this pauldron is removing the ridge that is sitting here, so it looks more like Phobos armor pauldron, and I'm gonna glue it directly. And that is my left pauldron in place. Now we are supposed to add a head and these flying kind of things. Let's start with the flying kind of things. We would need bits 82 and 83. I will start with bit 82, that should be on his right. There are some locks here, and it should be sitting here somewhat like this. Going to try to put it in place. And this is the first one. Now let's add another one here. Bit 83 is equally small. And this is how bit 83 is sitting in place. I think it's fairly nice. Gives the dynamic vibe to this mini, looking very cool. Now let's add a head. I ran out of these cool looking heads with rebreathers. That is why I decided to opt to this really sick Primaris River Lieutenant head. This miniature is effectively a river, so let's just go with this one. Gonna glue it directly too. And that is the position of my head. Looking fairly aggressive. Next we're missing some decorations. Actually, we have missed this bit 78. This is a bunch of pouches and a handgun that should be sitting on his belt. There is even a dead Necron head as a trophy. I had to cut off things here in order to make it work, and I'm still not entirely sure if this will fit under his backpack. But let's take a look. I think we can try to squeeze it somewhere here, along these lines, and let's try to make it happen. That is how it turned out to be in my case. Let's add some more decorations from the Dark Angels. Namely, I have this very nice relic that should be sitting somewhere on his belt. And let's try to place it somewhere here. And this is how the relic sits on his belt, looking quite cool. And now the only thing that is left is to drop him on this 32mm base. Very nicely sculpted base. And he should be standing here. Gonna glue these bits. And that is our miniature assembled, my friends. Brother Nahrden from Dark Angels joining Deathwatch kill team. Looking very cool. We have a torso and a base of the Space Marine Heroes mini. And we have a bunch of other stuff from the Deathwatch Veteran. In fact, I think we have used as much as possible for this particular veteran from the Deathwatch kit. And now let's take a look how this miniature stands next to some other minis. It makes perfect sense, of course, to compare him to the original Headtaker of the Deathwatch kill team. This is how the pal looks like. They have very similar pose, even though the guy on the left is standing on a rock with his left leg attached to the base. Other than that, they are incredibly similar. Very nice miniatures. Both look absolutely fantastic together. Another miniature that we can compare our pal with is, of course, the mini of the Lieutenant Varial that we have built recently. This is another kill team miniature. This is the missing one. And we took the head of a River Lieutenant, which was supposed to be this pal, and used it today. Looking very nice together. And of course, compared to a gunner from Kill Team Tomb World, the guy looks a bit more fragile, wearing a Phobos armor. And these guys look very nice together too. And that is gonna be it for today, my friends. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this mini? What do you think of Kill Team Tomb World? Did you kitbash any Deathwatch miniatures? Let me know. If you like this video, please consider liking it and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this in the future, and it will help me to grow this channel and build more minis. As always, check out the video that you see now on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.